Hi everyone, welcome to another journal with me. Today I want to keep it fairly simple on the background situation. I have some archival ink in the color coffee. It's a beautiful brown, which I don't think the camera is going to pick up that well. At the end of the video, I'll have some close-up shots and hopefully then you'll be able to see. I'm using a Tim Holtz script stamp and just stamping it in each corner. I don't want a perfect impression, so I'm using it without an acrylic block. I always use my background stamps in this manner. I just love that messy look. And the only time I'll use an acrylic block is with a focal stamp. However, this is up to your own preference and there's really no right or wrong. Over time, you learn what you like and don't, and this can also change, so don't be too strict and just experiment. I am adding some distress ink around the edge of the pages. Again, sticking to those browns by using Vintage Photo. I first went in with the tea dye distress ink, but didn't get a lot of color payoff. I need to refill it with ink. But the funny part is that I actually have a large ink pad in the tea dye color that's still fine, but I've forgotten about it. Luckily, I'm going to realize this later on. I've pressed some flowers and leaves in a flower press and want to work it into the spread. It adds a different and exciting element to your journal, or for me anyway. You can laminate them and staple or tip them in, but today I'm going to use them as is by just adding glue. A glue stick won't work well, so I am using a wet glue. Going back to the archival ink pad, but this time in black, I'm stamping out the word bloom on some scrap paper that I tea dyed. I think we can all identify with this, keeping leftover bits of paper because we might need it one day, or it's just too precious to go in the bin, which when I say it out loud actually sounds hilarious. But in our defense, they come in handy, and sometimes our best pieces of ephemera are born from the scraps. Let me know down below in the comments if you agree or not, what's your thoughts about it, and if you have a love-hate relationship with this dilemma we find ourselves in. So eventually I realized that I have this humongous ink pad in the tea dye shade. I seriously don't know why I struggled earlier on. I have distressed the word bloom, and while I have it out, I might as well add some more ink to the edges of this page. I'm grabbing some brown paper. I like the look of the torn edges on both papers and they layer up really well. It fits with the feel of this page and what I'm going for. I want to include two photos, so I'm thinking of the best way to fit them in, and I end up backing them up with some double-sided tape and tipping them in. It's really a great way to have more space in your journal and to also at the same time have an interactive element. This book that I'm flipping through is the Flow Book for Paper Lovers Volume 7. If you are not familiar with this magazine, they release a special issue once a year that's filled with beautiful papers, stickers, envelopes, and a whole lot more. I have a video on my channel where I flip through it. I will link it in the description box if you would like to see it up close. All the pages are perforated, so it's super easy to remove them. And I'm just tossing up between the two prints that I removed from the book. I think both works in this instance. And after the audition process, I went with the blue. I think it links with the blue in the photos and the label stands out on it. I'm just folding it to resemble an envelope or a type of pocket. Instead of gluing it, I have taken it to my sewing machine, alternating between a straight and a zigzag stitch. Using some double-sided tape, I'm going to stick it on the right page and have the text peek out from behind. I'm also going to add the label to the front of this pocket, and on the inside I will insert some papers that I collected from this day. I am using some washi to tip in the photos. I always add washi to the front and the back. It's just more secure and unlikely to fall out of your journal. If I have a roll of washi that has lost its stickiness, I will quickly run it over some glue. Luckily, this roll of washi is not one of them. I have used a Dymo labeler to type out some words. The first one says memories that I'm sticking on the pocket, and the next one says joy that I'm adding to the photo. I'm going through some Tim Holtz word stickers to find something that I can add over the stems of the flower and also the leaf. This will hopefully make it look as if it's holding everything in place. I'm going back to the dried flowers and picking some more to decorate the pocket with. I really enjoyed using them in this process. After I do my journaling, I always stand back and just look at the page. I will then only add final touches if I think it needs it. In this case, I'm adding a sticker to the bottom of the page and some hearts that I'm distressing with ink. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. I'll see you next time. Bye.